We're here in Brno in the Czech Republic, but nothing's open at the moment, is it?
No, it is 7:30 in the morning and nothing seems to open until 10 or even later in some places for breakfast. Not even the coffee shops are open.
Not even a coffee shop open at this time. So we've just done a little lime scooter tour around the city, so I feel like we've seen most of it this morning.
Yeah, the inner Old Town is really pretty. They've done a lot of rework on the facades and it's a nice place. There's not so much to see, but it's nice for a wander. But now we need to probably head back, I think, to the hotel.
Yeah, we're going to pack up the bike and then go find a place for breakfast. It's finally nearly 10 o'clock, which means the restaurants and cafes are open. This one opened at 9:30, so we got straight in here. The bike's packed up and parked outside.
And it was worth the wait.
Yeah, and breakfast arrived in no time. It looks fantastic.
It does. So everything you see here is plant-based and vegan. So this is a plant-based egg. I think it's made from chickpeas and aquafaba. We have a red lentil omelette and their version of an English breakfast with tofu, scramble, beans, and this is rice paper bacon, which...
Oh, it sounds crispy.
It sounds great. It's so tasty. I'm so happy that we waited for this place and we can start our day and also plan our route for this afternoon.
Yeah, looking right. I think we're gonna have to share these then, because
we might have ordered too much again.
Bits of each one. But yeah, we're gonna eat these and then afterwards we're gonna decide our route, because I think we might ride into Slovakia.
That would be really cool. Drop down into like Bratislava region and then cross over into Vienna, ready for the train tonight.
We've got plenty of time today. I think there's only like 200 to 300 kilometers in total, and we've got about 12 hours to do it in, because the train doesn't leave till now. Well, we need to be at the train for 9 o'clock this evening. Right, we are leaving Brno. It was a great breakfast, that I do.
Oh, it was so good.
I feel like I can ride all day now with that breakfast. Oh,
yeah, that's good. We won't need to stop until Vienna, which is awesome. And then it's going to be fun putting the bike on the train.
Yeah, it will, won't it? I've not taken the train before for the bike. Might be a new thing.
Well, if it saves us 800 kilometres and our tyres aren't looking great, so it's the perfect solution.
It is, and it's although it appears expensive, I think it'll save us about 60 euros worth of fuel, about 15 on the vignette for Austria, a night's accommodation in a hotel, and about 200 euros worth of speeding tickets.
That's very true. So overall, we're probably in profit.
Might be, yeah. It's a cool building.
Where?
It's fallen into disrepair, that one.
Oh wow, yeah. It looked like an old train station or a factory, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Apparently we're going down there.
You can see why they're repairing some of these train tracks. Goodness me, they're warped.
What have you got in the sat-nav, Em?
Bratislava.
Bratislava.
B roads only, no motorways allowed.
Avoid motorways, that's good.
And it's an hour there. It's basically 100 kilometers. So I was thinking we could B road it for a while, and then if we want to blast on the motorway for a little, and then do a bit of B in Austria, it's also an option.
I think we've got enough time to B road everywhere. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting about a bit in Vienna.
Well, Vienna is a nice place to sit about.
That's true. Well, we've just been passing through a few villages. They've actually been really nice, painted in different colours, all the buildings. It's like little village, then an open road, and then another little village.
It's a nice route down to Bratislava, this from Czech.
It is, isn't it? Is that a speed camera on the left? It is. It's a sneaky one, isn't
Sneaky.
it? Look like a droid from Star Wars. He's gonna get legs and run after you. Well, yeah, this is pretty much the style of the villages so far in the Czech Republic. Just one road through them, houses either side. Yeah, it's quite a pretty area. And then you've got this open farmland in between.
The landscape is a lot more hilly and less flat than what we've had for the past few weeks.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, everything's pretty much been flat and straight. We've started to get the contours of the land are shaping the roads a bit more, aren't they? There's a river down there as well. Passing through another little Czech village. This one is called Krumvir, if it's pronounced like that. Having a new road put in.
It's a little bit dusty.
It's a bit dusty, isn't it? Keep your visor shut. They seem to like the bungalow.
Yeah.
I know we've noticed countries that have space tend to build more bungalows than houses. They've got the land to, obviously they take up a bit more land, don't they? But
yeah. I like bungalow.
yeah, they're good, aren't they? One level living is good. Oh, and just like that, we are crossing the border over into Slovakia now.
A country we didn't expect to be in on this trip, but nevertheless welcome it.
Yeah, we won't be in here very long, but still nice to pop in. Probably going to be here for about 30 minutes to an hour, I think. It's very small around here. Feel any different?
Feels a little cooler in the wind, actually.
It's got hot today. It's 28 degrees to keep on moving. As soon as we stopped just then, I got really hot.
Yeah, we've had some extreme weather on this trip. 30s all the way down to what, 6, 7 at the North Cap?
Yeah, it did get down pretty cold at some point.
Here is the official border, is it? That's all?
I think so, or some sort of truck stop or checking area. Yeah, it looks like the official area. And we are in again. I don't think we need a vignette for Slovakia for a motorcycle, and we didn't in the Czech Republic either. I think it's only Slovenia where you're supposed to get one for the bike. And
Austria.
And Austria too, yeah. And hopefully we'll get out of these little towns soon into the countryside. I did see a couple of signposts for some castles, so maybe there'll be some things to see on our way. I remember when we did the heading east tour, and we did go past a few really good castles in Slovakia, didn't we, as we headed out?
Yeah, I think they have some of the best castles in all of Europe.
Yeah.
We won't get to see Spies today, but
no, we won't be able to see Castle Spies. Yeah, Spies is a great castle. It's exactly how you would draw a castle if you were a kid.
This is true. But it's nice to see this part that we missed last time.
Yeah, it did. Hopefully, like each one of these little trips, we can pass through another section of each country that we've not seen before, because they aren't exactly areas that you would like go out your way to ride through. So it's nice at least to be able to see them as part of a bigger trip.
Do you know what would be really cool? If we got a map of Europe with all of the roads, like a big one, and we started outlining all of the roads, or maybe we do it on Google Maps that we've actually taken.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? That would take some work, I think, because sometimes you don't even know where you went.
Yeah, the only thing that's good is with the iPhone where it marks the photograph, and we take so many photos, we'll probably be able to piece it together.
That's true. Or we could turn that, is it the Google Maps has a live track thing? Although we're not entirely, are they entirely happy with being live tracked all the time?
Not quite. But it looks like we're out of the village and into some of the rural areas.
Oh yeah, that's much better, isn't it? A little bit faster, a little bit more wind through the jackets. We've been so fortunate with the weather on this trip, and I keep saying it, but if it had rained non-stop for the past week, it would have made for a really miserable journey back home.
That's true, but it is almost too hot.
Yeah, it is almost too hot. And we are arriving in Bratislava, the capital of Slovakia, and one of our favourite little cities. It's a really nice place to check out this. So if you're passing through, be sure to spend the night here. We don't have time today, but we're just going to pass by the outskirts of the city as we go on to Vienna. But you like this place, don't you, Em?
It's one of my favourite capitals in Europe. It's small enough that you can see it all in a couple of days, and it is still so charming. And the really cool thing is you can reach it if you fly into Vienna. You can actually take a train. It's really cheap, and do it as a day trip from Vienna. So you can do 2 cities and 2 countries in one trip, which is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. I think the last time we were here, we ended up doing a gigantic diversion because the Pope was here.
Did.
And they closed off most of the city. It was quite confusing.
Because they've got that main entrance to the city, don't they? That like the big bridge in where you can see the castle, and that road was closed when we were here last time. So we only got to ride it once.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure how far into the city centre we're going, but hopefully we'll see the castle. We usually be able to see the castle on the motorway on the way out, don't you?
Yeah. One of my favourite pictures of us ever is that castle.
Ah, yeah, I remember that one. Was that the start of the heading east tour or the end? I think it was the start.
It was our first stop. We blasted here, didn't we?
Yeah.
And now we're blasting back home again. But I'm sure we'll be back in this region. We really want to do the heading east tour again, don't we?
Yeah, heading east revisited would be cool. I think it was this road that was closed last time.
Yeah, it was.
And we stayed just down one of those streets there, I think.
It was a lovely hotel, actually, we stayed in. Yeah, we walked across that bridge just there and over to the castle.
Yeah, that's right. Really impressive city. It's got all of the charms of the character of the old bit, and then it's got the modern bit on the other side of the bridge.
I think that's an observation deck, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, something like that, wasn't
go
it?
Up there, and there's the castle. Oh, they're still redoing the bottom of it. They were doing that 2 years ago.
Goodness me, they've not made much progress. But it was wasn't it three years ago?
Yeah, you're right. 3 years ago we were here, and it's still working on it. Oh, I bring back so many memories.
The River Danube, isn't it? I think. Remember?
Yep, that's the one.
Right, we're coming off here.
The Danube is the only river that we've seen in every single country that it originates in, which is really cool.
Is that right?
Yeah. We saw that castle. That was lovely.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, so we're going to take the B roads to Vienna because I don't want to buy a motorway sticker for an hour.
No, not worth it at all.
It's
not cheap.
I think it's about 10 or 15 euros. Is it 10 euros for a motorbike? Because you have to buy it for 10 days in Austria.
Yeah.
64 kilometers to Vienna.
And what time are we on? We need to probably be at the train station at 9, I'd say, considering we want us there at 9:45 for loading.
I think we've got a spare 6 hours.
Nice. Maybe we can catch an opera.
we could do, yeah.
At least we have like a slow dinner and grab some snacks for on the on the train.
Yeah, I think so. Just go in a restaurant and linger there for a few hours, or maybe a cafe afterwards.
Oh, there's quite a lot of porpoising on this road.
We are porpoising. It's like F1 style again. I think that's why everyone's in this one. This is the non-porpoising lane. There's quite a distance between the west and the east part of Austria, isn't it? It's a good 7 or 8 hour ride.
It's a very wide country, isn't it?
It sure is, yeah. And they recently reduced the speed limits from 130 to like 85, I think, or in lots of sections of it. So it's quite a slow journey. I remember last time that they did it, we got about 3 speeding tickets because I hadn't like noticed that they changed the speed limit.
Yeah, that's 3 speeding tickets in a day.
Yeah. There we go. Now we're in Austria. Welcome to Vienna. Look at this skyline. I don't know if that's changed since the last time we were here. We just haven't approached from here, but it looks awesome. It's a lot of fun, Vienna, as a city.
Yeah, it is. It's got the fun fair, hasn't it?
I'm a little bit disorientated as to which part of the city we're at.
We're on the other side, so the city is behind us right now, Sean, and we're just heading over the Danube towards kind of the residential area, I guess.
Oh,
this
okay.
new part of Vienna.
So we never stayed round there.
No, we didn't. We stayed on the other side of town. But we're just gonna go to a supermarket or like a mall over here just to cool off for a little bit because I am scorching hot in this suit.
Yeah.
And then we'll devise a plan of action for this evening.
Sounds good, yeah. Right, we're here in the shopping centre in Vienna. The plan is we're going to go up to the top, get something to eat and wait a couple of hours. It is so hot outside, so hopefully air conditioning inside the shopping centre and we can get a few things we need for the train journey tonight. But catch us in the next episode as we take the motor train from Vienna to Feldkirch near Switzerland.